Yay.
Hey y'all, it's your girl who swirls, Chris Karazin from Beyond Black and White, and this beautiful woman that you're looking at right now is Miss Jennifer Poe. And Jennifer Poe wrote a delightful book. And when I say delightful, I read a lot of books, and most of them are not delightful. Um, Hola Morocha, which is I'll let her tell you what that means. But Hola Morocha, a black woman's adventures in Buenos Aires, culture shock, a memoir. Um, so this is your experience, Jennifer. Just picking up and just I'm gonna do it. Let's talk briefly about before we get into it. Let's talk briefly about how well the book has been doing on Amazon.
So my goal for it, when I launched, I said on launch day, I want it to hit number one in its category.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have to promote to make sure it does. And it did. And not only did it hit it in the Buenos Aires category, it hit it in solo travel and the Argentina category.
That's
Yeah, so
wonderful.
that was my goal for myself for launch day, and it happened. So I'm happy about that.
That's
Um,
great.
and the reviews have been really, really good as well.
I mean,
I actually cried when I was reading some of them because that's the most nerve-wracking part.
right. As a creator, and in a way this is our art, and then you
Yeah,
you you want it to be received, and you always worry, are they seeing it the way I see it? And from the
yeah,
first page of reading this, I could just you're pulled in. It's funny. It gave me a window into who you are, because we've been Facebook friends and for years, but like to learn this about you, I feel like I've learned more about you. Where
yeah.
did you get these writing chops, girl?
Well, so I always say writing can't be something that's taught. I mean, it can. You can learn plot, you can learn
No, yeah, I mean,
device.
you can learn mechanics.
Yeah, but you really have to have a passion for it. So I started writing ever since I learned how to write my name.
Hmm.
I can't draw for crap. So what I would do is cut out magazine articles and paste the pictures with my words to kind of create a story. And God bless my family. I love them so much. My mom and dad, my brothers and sisters, they would sit there and let me read. So from there, I was like, oh, okay, so I can be a writer. From there, I had mentors. One time, I did an internship with Sapphire, who wrote, whose book was turned into Precious, the movie Precious.
Hmm.
So I learned things from her, and it's all about just continuing to write and to read. Reading is very
Yes.
important. I'm just very passionate about it, and my goal is to suck people in whenever I write something. So I
Well,
want you to feel like you're right there next to me, and that my words are like just being absorbed into you.
right. Well, I mean, there is just so many funny things that you said. Like, you use sort of current lingo, but it's so cute. It's the cutest story. I want to talk to you about what inspired this. Now, it was a sort of a tragedy, that started it. For some, that's a tragedy. So, was it a tragedy that motivated you to take this trip?
Um, in a way, I mean, not a tragedy, but more like I was like 22, so I was over dramatic about breaking up with a guy,
Mm.
and I was just like, my life is
Tragedy.
over.
Right.
How can I ever live in this city again?
Right.
Everything reminds me of him. So, and then I was just like, I have to get out of here. And everyone's like, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? And I was like in the book, what I said, almost went to Costa Rica, and my friend was like, girl, no, you need
Right.
to go to Buenos Aires. The guys are hot. They're gonna be feeling you. You're a writer, cute little cafes and stuff.
Right.
Go. So I literally just packed up. I didn't know the Spanish language.
Yeah, you
Didn't
did it
know.
without even knowing Spanish. Okay, first of all, I want to know where you got the gonads, or the ovaries in this case, to just pack up and go. Like, that is a scary thing, because we talk about, you know, uh, challenging yourself and pushing yourself to do things that you never did before. You know, that could be with interracial relationships, with
Mm-hmm.
travel. It's just to sort of push you out of that nest and you fly or you
Yeah.
fall. And so
Yeah.
you literally pushed yourself out of the nest. You didn't know Spanish.
None. Not even bodega Spanish.
You paid for the rent in advance. Okay, let's talk about how you did that, because I want to know, like, how did you arrange that, like, all to just do, because the book isn't, I don't know if you get clear about it later on, but my first question was, you decided, okay, I'm going to do this, and it was serendipity because the person who you rented the apartment from was going to be visiting New York. So, like, how did that connection, was that an online site? Like, how did that connection come to be?
Okay, so I had a friend who lived in New York who I hung out with a lot, and she had come back from Buenos Aires as well. And she was like, I know a girl who knows a girl who's moving to New York. And I was like, hey, like, well, I'm moving to Buenos Aires. She got a spot. So, and it was a beautiful, cute little studio apartment with a balcony and everything. That place still has my heart. And I just really, really, I hate using luck. I was blessed. I blessed out instead of lucked out. I blessed out. And it was just, and then she became my close friend too. We're still friends till this day. So, and it was great to be able to, first of all, I worked 3 jobs. I'm half Bajan. I'm not Jamaican, but I did work multiple jobs.
I haven't heard that since In Living Color. It's like, are you Jamaican? You got so many jobs.
Yeah. So I worked like 3 jobs. Sometimes I would work 7 days a week because I didn't come from a family with tons and tons of money at all. So, and I knew that, God bless my mother, because I know she was probably scared, like, oh my God, my girl's just going to go well. But she was really supportive. So I worked 3 jobs. I would work 7 days a week sometimes, not really have that much to save up to just go.
And just how much money did it take to do that? I mean, like, what's the conversion rate?
You see, when I went in 2007, Buenos Aires was not, that was a great time to go because it was not as expensive as it is now. Now, the inflation is crazy. So I think I was able to live for 6 months off of $3,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was really cheap. It was really, really cheap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cheap. So tell us a little bit of tell me about the guys there. Tell me about the
I'm on air. Hi, Mom.
I mean, are there some juicy things in here we need to know about?
Well, see, okay, when you get to the end, there's some stuff about guys, and then in book 2 that comes out on Valentine's Day, it gets even ramped up.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So Argentine men, they will talk you out of your drawers.
Really? And this is
hot.
without even, but they knew English. So I was like, so were they just speaking in Spanish and you were just mesmerized, or?
Most of them, I mean, not a lot of them spoke English. It would just be like broken English, but girl, that was enough. That's all I needed. I was like single. I broke up with the guy. Look, and the crazy thing is, it was kind of like, even though I was 22, it was still coming of age for me. So there was a lot of things I did there that I had never done before.
Oh.
So, I do not regret it. It was first of all, it was the first time I ever stepped into a space where I was the exotic one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And not in a bad way? Not like
No, I mean,
like
there
a circus exhibit, not like a zoo exhibit, but just as
there was some of that, just in general, stare at black women there, or black people. And even though Brazil's next door, I don't get it. Right. They will stare. There's more black people there now, but when I went, virtually none, and it was crazy. Like, I would walk by a sidewalk cafe, and everybody's eating and chatting, whatever. As soon as I walked by, everybody got quiet and started staring.
But did you feel uncomfortable, or were they just like...
There were times that when I was just tired and I just wanted to go, I can imagine what a celebrity must have felt like. So, you know how a celebrity just wants to go grocery shopping or, just do their laundry or something and not have people pay too much attention to them.
Right.
And they just don't feel like it, so they throw in some shades. There were days where I was just like, oh, God, I got to go out of this house and everybody's going to stare. People are going to ask to take pictures with me. Lord, help me.
Wait. So
yes, girl.
Yes. I thought they only did that in Asian countries.
Yeah, they did that in Buenos Aires, too. And one time I was like, really? Brazil's right next door? No, can't have a picture. And I would keep going. So sometimes it got a little extreme, and I was just like, one time I cried because I was so annoyed. I had so many more good moments than I did moments that made me feel uncomfortable, and I met way more nice Argentines than ones that were like a little suspect with the race thing.
Right. Did you feel in some ways being in a country that really didn't share the history between sort of white and black, and they just sort of, you being just new and different, was that freeing at all to you, like being able to just say, well, I know they're not looking at me like I should be cleaning their toilets, or you know what I mean? Or
I mean, it was because, and this is the messed up part, like someone from America who's black will be treated differently from someone who's Brazilian and black. Yeah, so
yeah, and there's some, and I've been reading a lot about Brazilian, like the prejudice against dark skin. It's very unfortunate.
Very.
Yeah, so it wasn't. So you think that being an American black woman gave you a little bit of
big difference. I probably wouldn't.
But how would they know by looking at you? Would they have to talk to you first?
They didn't. Well, sometimes the way I dressed, they were like, North Americana.
Really?
Yeah. But then other times it was just, they would go ask me from all different countries except America, and that tripped me out. So it would be like, first like from Colombia, no. Are you from Brazil? No. Italy? I was like, and then I was like, no. And I was like, North America. Well, they hate when you say America. They're like, we're in America too. We're South American.
Right.
It's North America. I was like, so I started saying, no,
and it's so funny because it's true. We have this arrogance. I mean, we have an arrogance about us. And Canadians, I just came from Canada, and they said the same thing. It's like, we're Americans too. You're just,
Yeah.
So
I started.
We're North America. Right.
North American. I'm going to Canada, by the way.
Oh, but, yes, girl. You need to.
Yeah.
Did you see my whole thing about going?
I did, and I'm super excited. I booked my tickets on Friday, and I was just like, oh, my God.
Yes, girl. It was, you are going to, and two other followers of mine just came back from Toronto, and they had a blast. Like, all these pictures. They sat with a sultan. They were saying that the sultan from Brunei. No, Dubai. Like, they invited him to the VIP spot. I was just like, girl, that's like, y'all doing better than I did when I went out there.
Are the guys hot? Are the guys super hot?
Yes. Girl, yes. I mean, I was going down the financial district, and I was like, all these Canadian men in suits, like, tall and Nordic looking and fine. I was just like, oh my God, why didn't I come here when I was single? Like, every black woman needs to go to Toronto and just, girl, and some of it was a lot of what they divulged was in a private group, so I can't show, and I want to show the videos. They had, like, the black women in Canada are so carefree, and they're just like, oh yes, white men prefer black women here, and they're just like it's not even a thing. I loved it. I can't wait. You need to report back. So you need to be my girl on the street, and report back to me on your experience.
Ready to mingle.
Right, and you go there before it's too cold. So you're gonna go there right in the fall. So
I'm leaving on 31st.
Wonderful. Yeah. And how long are you staying?
I'm staying until I leave on the 3rd, September 3rd.
Let's get back to your book. What was the thing that most surprised you about what you learned about yourself when you did this?
Yes. That I was more brave than I thought I was, more courageous. That because I always had these anxiety issues, and I would have never imagined that I would be able to survive 6 months without my family or comfort zone with the anxiety issues that I had. And maneuvering through Buenos Aires and kind of almost making it my home and doing things that I would have never thought I would do.
You need to give us a hint of one of those things that you never thought you would do.
Okay. The clean version.
No, we don't want the clean version. We don't want.
Well, okay.
Is Mama? We I promise not to show your mom.
Okay. Well, this is all in book 2, but I never thought I would have a one-night stand, for instance.
Oh.
Yes. And even when you read book 2, you lady, you read book 2, buy book 1 first. You will see it develop because I'm definitely struggling with it, and so when I let go, it's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
So, that's one thing that surprised me about myself. And 2, just moving to a new country, not speaking the language, and making the friends that I made. Because
did you have like girlfriends, guy friends?
Girlfriends mainly. Mm-hmm. And here in the city, I never went out clubbing and dancing. And when I was there, I was just like, again, when you read book 2 or 3, whichever book it's in, I was wrestling with like being so shy and a wallflower. And then I remember just like taking the drink, slugging it back, and just getting on the floor.
You were just letting go.
I did.
You was partying like a white girl.
You know what? And damn it, we need more stories like this for us. Because I've always said, like, when I go to the movies and I see these cute little Roman holidays and stuff like that, and I'm like, where is the sister?
Well, exactly. The sisters need to do that.
Anymore. We need to write the damn book.
Give ourselves permission to have that, white girl drunk night. Like, seriously, we don't get white girl drunk.
Yes. Get white girl wasted, ladies. Get your life.
Girl
spit up. You know what I mean? And I wasn't waiting for anybody else to write the book because I was too damn tired of waiting, so I wrote the book.
Well, this is such a great little primer, too, and I think that everybody who's listening to this interview and watching Jennifer and how cute she is, you need to buy this book. This is just so, I don't want to get into too many details, but you start laughing and smiling the first page. And it really can help you if you're, debating on whether you can travel alone. She did it for 6 months. She did it. So there's really
you can do it.
Exactly. Will you ever do it again?
Yes.
Are you planning on doing it again?
I am. Besides Toronto, the next trip I want to do is Berlin and Copenhagen.
Oh.
Then after that, I want to go to the Solomon Islands. That's very adventurous. Samoa.
Wow.
Yeah. Thailand. Like this, I'm not done. I'm certainly not done.
Right. Well, we need to get you into being a working writer so you can pretty much.
Yes, ladies, please. Yes, girl.
We need a support sister. She is doing what I have been preaching that you do. Pick up the book. It's Hola, Morocha, and you can get it where on Amazon? Is it
Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, Kobo, iBooks, and yeah, those are the places you can get it. So no excuses. You can get it.
Yeah,
you can get it.
And y'all better get it too. I mean, I'm serious.
And my goal with writing this book was I wanted you to, when you pick it up, from the moment you open the page to closing the book, you feel like, wow, I just had a glass of wine with my best friend kikiing over her crazy ass adventure.
Right, exactly.
And when you read the reviews on Amazon, that's what made me cry when I read the reviews because
I need to give you a review. I need to put a review. I need to finish it first. Just like with the extra 5 minutes a day I have free time.
I appreciate that you're spending it on my book. And so when I read in almost every review that's how people felt when they read it, and they were like, I felt like I was there. I got lost. I could smell everything. I could see everything.
Yes.
That was flattering to me not only as a writer, but as a human being. And I was like, that's what I wanted to accomplish. And it made everything that I did to put this book out there worth it.
Right. Well, Jennifer, it was a delight to talk to you. It's Hola, Morocha. Get the book, and we will be looking out for book 2 because we want the juicy details.
Oh,
And
yes. And if you go to
okay,
www.holamorocha.com, you can sign up for the mailing list, and I'll be sending out the sneak peek of the first chapter of book 2 pretty soon. And if you just want to know the release date when it drops and all of that, and just news in general, you can go to holamorocha.com.
thank you.